Hey y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, your hostess. This is something that I use now for my overhead shots. It's a Dollar Tree rack that goes on your cabinets for your towels. And my husband picked it up for $1.25, and it works perfect with this little wraparound deal. But that's not what this video is all about. I had to share that though because I think it's really neat that I can use something that costs $1.25, and it is equipment for my YouTube channel. Anyway, let's get into the video today. It is midweek and we're rolling into Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is Friday. So we're going to be at our church Saturday for a Valentine's banquet at church. And I thought, well, let's have a little bit of a Valentine's supper at home. And how would you make a Valentine's supper using items that you already have in your pantry and your refrigerator or freezer? So I have my homemade marinara sauce. I have some home canned stewed tomatoes. I have a can of low sodium tomato sauce that I need to use up. I had some red onions that I chopped the other day that needs to be used up. We always, because I'm on keto, we're always stocked in cheese. So cheese is good. What am I making? We have some Italian style sausage. Now I could have pulled out a jar of sausage that I already cooked, but I have this in the freezer as well. And then I had some more sauce that was up in my freezer that I want to use up. I think that is spaghetti sauce. I need to smell it because I didn't label it. Y'all know that I label everything. Yeah, I think that's spaghetti sauce. So we're going to go with spaghetti sauce on that. So I'm going to do a baked spaghetti. I also got up early this morning and pre-cooked some angel hair pasta because it will change my carbs. Once it is refrigerated and cold, the resistant starches form, which lowers your carb intake, and you go by your initial carbs minus the fiber to get net carbs. And so this is going to lower my net carbs on my spaghetti today. We're going to see how it works, but I've had some good luck with some other items that I have done this with. So I also cooked up enough that I could put a bag of this in my freezer for another quick meal. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get these onions sauteed and get this Italian sausage cooking. Then we're going to assemble our casserole and get it into the oven so it'll be ready for supper tonight. Okay, I've got my butter melting in my skillet. These were cut up yesterday and I want to use them up. You don't want to let your onions sit in your refrigerator too long. Although I really don't need it because I've already got it in my spaghetti sauce, but it's not going to hurt the flavor. So I'm going to grab a spatula. We're going to get these sauteed down. And I'm going to actually move them to one side of my skillet. And I'm going to get my sausage into this. And I always keep a rag handy to wipe my hands down, a soapy rag. And I was handling that, trying not to get the meat on my hands. But, you know, just to be on the safe side, you always want to make sure that you wash your hands when handling meat. I remembered I had some mushrooms that I really need to use up, so I'm going to go ahead and get these sliced up. We're going to get these into our sauce, and then we're going to put this in the oven. Mushrooms is one of the foods that is keto friendly, so I'm happy that I can still eat those. And they're very healthy for you. Get rid of all of this. We don't need that anymore. My husband and I like mushrooms, so if you don't like mushrooms, just omit them. And everything that has gone into this at one point was fresh ingredients. All my sauces, except for the canned tomatoes, the tomato sauce, everything else was pretty much by us. That and the cheese. And I'm going to get that into my oven. I'm going to let that bake for anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. When I see it's bubbly on top and my mushrooms are cooked, I know it's ready for me to add the cheese. So I'll be baking this at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I've shredded mozzarella cheese about 6 ounces, and I added about a half a cup of Parmesan cheese, whatever I had left in that container, to use it up. And I'm just going to cover this up and set it in my refrigerator until I'm ready to put this on top. All right, y'all, it has been in there a little over 50 minutes, and you can see that the mushrooms are cooked. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some cheese to the top, and I'm going to leave the timer going and just put this back into the hot oven. I'm turning my oven off because I'm waiting on my husband to get home. So we're going to let this continue to cook in the oven, but the oven will be off, and I'll bring it back out when it's ready to serve. There it is, folks. Homemade baked spaghetti. Doesn't that look yummy? Oh my goodness. That looks so yummy. And my husband should be coming through the door any moment now. We're going to have supper. What's on y'all's table tonight? Thank you for watching, and may you be fully blessed.